Hi, my name's Barry Foster and welcome back to episode number 5 of A-League to the UK. This is a Football Manager 21 save with the Newcastle Jets starting off in the Australian A-League. And since our last episode, a fair bit's been happening. First up, off the field, we've played 4 more games and we started off with a 1-0 away victory to Adelaide United, with Matthew Miller scoring right on half-time. That was a very good victory. In fact, I think we did the triple over Adelaide this season, which was good to see. We then went back home and we played Western United for a very good 2-0 victory, and Valentino Yule, who was filling in for an injured Stamatelopoulos, scored a brace, which was really good to see because I had my doubts whether he could really do the job up front for us, and he did. We then went down to Gosford again to play the Central Coast Mariners in the F3 Derby, the Mariners, of course, being our fierce rivals, and we walked away with a very good 3-1 victory. Goals coming from Costa Petratos, our new signing. Sumau came off the bench and scored, and also Matthew Miller quite late in the game. So that was a good victory for us. Then it all fell apart when we went to Western Sydney Wanderers in our last game and we lost 2-0, didn't play well, and Ben Kantarovski missed a penalty just to cap off a pretty miserable day in Western Sydney. But today we've got a very big game. It's an away game, and we're away to Wellington Phoenix in Wellington, and it's Newcastle Jets and Wellington at the moment sitting top of the table, both on 36 points after 17 games. So it's going to be a top of the table clash today. If you remember, in our last meeting, we beat them 5-0 in Newcastle, which was a very surprising result. I'm not expecting that today. It'll be nice, but I don't think that will happen. On the transfer front, there has been further development. Mark Sykes has confirmed he will be coming to us on the 1st of August, and he'll be our new advanced playmaker. I think he's got some excellent mental attributes, very good physical, maybe technically a little bit average, I guess you could say, but he's very determined, very composed, physically very, very fit, and hopefully he can do a very good job for us in midfield next year. And I think we signed him as a star player as well. We've also brought on board straight away Scott Galloway, who comes from Northern Ireland, but he's been playing in the A-League since about 2012-13, been at quite a few clubs. As you can see from his career history here, he started off with the Melbourne victory in the A-League. He then played for the Mariners, Phoenix, Adelaide, Melbourne City, and now he's at the Jets. But what I like about him, he's only 25, and he can play right and left fullback. So I thought he could be a very good signing for us to cover either of those two positions. And another youngster, this was a deal done by my director of football, and I approved it, a 19-year-old player, a striker. I decided to give him a go on a 12-month contract because he's got very good finishing, very good first touch, good technique, he's very determined. He's got a bit of pace about him, so I thought I'll just give the fellow a chance because there were some interesting attributes considering he's only 19, and I think we got him from the Sunshine Coast Wanderers up in Queensland, where he'd played 17 games for 6 goals and 1 assist. So maybe he's got some goals in him. But there's one other signing which this is courtesy of the director of football as well. Not quite too sure whether I'll be giving the thumbs up to this one. Another young striker, this time coming from South Hobart. He's got some interesting attributes there, but I'm still tossing up whether to approve that particular signing. But anyway, today we've got the Wellington Phoenix. So let's go and play the Knicks. Okay, so this is our lineup for today's match against Wellington. Fairly typical sort of starting 11. Duncan in goal, O'Toole, Topper-Stanley, Kuchumbus in the back line, and Hoffman. Now, Kuchumbus is there because Bugard, he got injured unfortunately, and he's going to be out for another 3 to 6 weeks with knee ligaments. So that's not good for him. Kantarovski sitting behind the midfielders of Melling and Armson. We're missing Thurgate because he's still on international duty with the Australian under-23s. Nazarene will go out on the left, Miller as usual on the right, and Stamatelopoulos coming back from injury. And I've put him straight back in mainly because Sumau from Congolese, he only came back yesterday from international duty, so he's tied. And I think the same thing could be said about Valentino Ewell. He's tied after his last match for Kenya. So I've got him sitting on the bench, but I don't think I'll be using him today at all because I've moved Costa Petratos back to the bench, and he can certainly cover the striking position. So that's our starting 11 for today. Let's submit this team. Let's get to the match. And I wonder what my assistant is going to recommend today. Ufik Talay with a fairly strong-looking squad there for Wellington. Okay, and you, Jerry Payton says, get out there and show the world you have got what it takes. Okay, well, okay. Okay, Jerry, I'll go with that. I'll take a punt. And you can do the tunnel interview. Thank you very much. And there's the Wellington Regional Stadium. And in real life, they do play at a fairly big ground in Wellington. Only one loss in the last 5, so we've been doing very, very well. And normally in Wellington, it's the temperatures are much cooler than in Australia, so this should be much milder conditions. But the Jets get the game underway. This is Kantarovski to Armson. Armson has settled his differences, mainly with me. He wasn't very happy because he wasn't being used as much as he liked. I did give him a new contract, and finally the grumps were put to one side, I'm glad to see. So he's filling in for Thurgate. Anyway, this is O'Toole now with a throw to Nazarene. Kantarovski back to O'Toole. And Kantarovski plays it all the way out to Hoffman. Good cross. Oh, Stamatelopoulos probably should have hit the back of the net. Completely unmarked. So this is Payne now for the Knicks. Ball flicks it on, but Topple Stanley gets it away, and Stamatelopoulos, he beats his man, and his fellow's got pace, which troubles a lot of defence. He's played it in, but Rufer clears it. Now Armson. He's just playing as a central midfielder. That'll go back to Marinovic. It's interesting with the Wellington Phoenix, they seem to play with what appears to be 2 defensive midfielders, but this is Miller now. He's going all the way, shots being blocked, and Lewis clears it for the Knicks. Well, so far, after about 8 minutes, it's been all Newcastle. They've had nearly 60% possession. The players seem to be certainly up for this game. And this is Sporanovic out to Luke De Vere, Ruford to Devlin, and he clears it downfield, but that's only as far as Katrumbis. And this is Kantarovski playing it very long, looking for Nazarene. Oh, great save. He probably should have done better, but it was a very good save. And this is Armson. Was he looking for a penalty? No cigar there, that's for sure. This is Kantarovski to Hoffman. Now Hoffman, can he get a cross in? I think he's going to... No, he didn't even get a corner. Goal kick. Well, certainly a bright opening quarter of an hour from the Newcastle Jets. They seem to be the ones doing all the attacking. And this is Hoffman to, throw straight to Piscopo. And he's a dangerous player. That's a good tackle by Katrumbis. I think is VAR going to get involved here? Maybe it wasn't a good tackle. Well, they are checking it. Could be a penalty. Okay, fair enough. I didn't think it really was a foul because he seemed to have got all the ball. Anyway, we'll call out some encouragement to the boys. They've been certainly looking very lively. Wellington no shots at all, which is a little bit strange considering they're the home side. But hopefully we'll get another highlight. It's a bit of a shame that Bugard got injured, considering this is going to be his final season. So he's going to miss quite a few matches that are remaining in the season. It's good to see that Stamatolopoulos seems to be playing quite well up front, since he's come off a fairly lengthy sit on the sidelines because of injury. He must have been out for a good 5-6 weeks, something like that. But it must be a bit of an arm wrestle out there because there's no highlights. Wellington's had no shots. Only 3 corners in the game. Though Wellington have had more possession. But I think that's going to be it for the opening 45 minutes. And it is. Okay, all square, and I guess looking at those match stats, you can see why. Pretty even right across the board, even right down to the average rating for the two teams. So Jerry reckons, I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. Keep it up, eh? We haven't played badly. We have not played. I'm going to go with that. I'll take a punt. I was going to do the one just above, but we'll go with Jerry once again. He might be giving some good advice today. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Anyway, this is Piscopo for the Knicks. He's well tackled by Armson, but McGarry gets the ball. And, he gets a low cross into Muratovic, and that's just booted out for a corner. Well, that's what I call a dumb corner, but anyway, Topper Stanley just kicked it out for a corner. He could have maybe done something different. Anyway, Rufer, Spranovic, all well blocked. Muratovic again, this is Lewis. And his cross has been blocked. Now Miller, he's got an acre of space in front of him. He can lead a counter-attack here. But he's tackled, well tackled. So Wellington, certainly they came out throwing a few punches at us. This is Payne now for the Knicks to Ball. Now Sporanovic to Devlin. Now Payne to Ball. This is Rufer. Plays it back out to Payne. This is a good bit of play by Wellington Phoenix. Well, an interesting crossfield pass. This is Rufer. Now Piscopo. Back to Devlin. This is Lewis. Now Ball. No, Payne. Well, that's a fairly easy shot for Duncan to deal with. Straight at him. At least Wellington have had a couple of shots this half. So maybe they're a little bit fired up compared to the opening 45 minutes. But so far the Newcastle Jets are not playing too badly at all. Nazarine's a little bit down, so is Armson. Maybe Nazarine a little bit on the tired side. We'll just keep an eye on him. Okay, we'll just wait to see what happens from this corner. Lewis. It's headed away, but straight back to Lewis. And he gets another cross in. Now this is ball. Well, I thought he blazed that one over the bar, but Duncan got a hand to it. So another corner for Wellington. And Duncan comes out and he takes the ball very, very, very well. So Hoffman now to Miller. That's straight at Lewis. I think we'll demand a little bit more from the boys, since I think Wellington are certainly taking the fight to us this second half. Now this is Piscopo who knocks it to McGarry. Piscopo is one that we're going to have to watch because he's a pretty good player. McGarry's making a good run. This is Piscopo again. Interesting cross or lob. You take your pick. Anyway, Duncan just drives it out to Miller. Finds him very well. Now Miller through to Stamatelopoulos. He knocks it back to Hoffman. This is Kantarovski. Now Armson back to Kantarovski. Good ball to... Well, Nazarene, he volleyed it well, but it was a little bit wide. But an interesting move by the Jets. Now Sporanovic with a free kick. This is Payne. Now Rufer. Puts it out to... Well... Risky ball. Miller has intercepted it. Now this Miller could score here. Oh, well, he did the right thing to square it to Stamatelopoulos, but a very good save by Marinovic. That was a very good save. Probably should have gone one up there. But I think we're going to make, coming up to the 70th minute, I think we'll make our first saves in this match. Miller's playing very well. Nazarene's a little bit down, but I'm going to keep him on. I'm not going to bring Yule on. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to put... I'll bring young Mutton on for O'Toole. I'll give Mutton a bit of a run at left fullback. And I'll bring Galloway on. Give him a run at right fullback. And I think that's all we'll do at the moment. We'll just see how things go for the next 10 minutes in the game. Certainly been a more even second half. Wellington have certainly come back into the game. But we'll shout out a bit more encouragement to the ball. Now this is Lewis with a free. That's headed away by Topple Stanley. Now, Stamatelopoulos, he was just standing there for a while. I wasn't too sure whether he was going to run for it. That was a very good tackle now. This is Piscopo. Gets around Miller. And then he finally lost out. Now it's a poor pass by Stamatelopoulos. This is ball for Wellington Phoenix. This is a very interesting cross. But he has to be offside. I think offside by a good metre or more. Okay, another free kick to the Knicks. And that header is just over the bar. Okay, I think we'll make some more changes. I will bring Petratos on for... Nazarene. Nazarene's not having a great game out there on the left. He's also getting pretty tired. I think Ugarkovic can come on for... I'm going to bring him on for Melling, since Melling is on a yellow. And I think that'll be it. With about maybe 12, 13, 14 minutes to go in the game. It's... turning out to be a bit of an arm wrestle here in Wellington. But here's Galloway with the throw. Now Kantarovski. Back to Galloway. He gets his cross in, but that's headed away by Sporanovic, only as far as Kantarovski. Now this is Ugarkovic. Plays it long. Good ball for Galloway. Now, can he deliver a good cross into the box? And he does, and that's Miller with a fantastic header. Goal number 9 for the season for Matthew Miller, and Galloway with a beautiful cross from the right has given Wellington something to think about, with about 10 minutes probably to go in the game, or maybe a tad more, but a beautiful header from Miller. And I think they've deserved that. They've been certainly the better side, I think, in this game. And I think we'll start to waste a little bit of time as Wellington have a throw, which is Shermetti. Good cross, and once again the header over the bar, that time from Piscopo. So this would send Newcastle Jets 3 points clear on top of the table. So it'll be a very, very good away result. This is Petratos, but he's been well tackled by Devlin. Now Sporanovic out to Shermetti. Not a very good pass. Not a very good tackle. I think he's in trouble. That was, I think, Studs showing. Stamatolopoulos might get a red here. Yeah, I think it's going to be red. He went sliding in. Studs showing. And it is. Well, I'm not going to argue with that, because that was not a good tackle at all. Okay, Petratos will have to go up into that position. We'll bring Miller into the centre. And I think we'll waste time as much as we can and see whether we can hang on in the remaining 6-7 minutes. I think we'll keep the mentality as positive, but this is McGarry for the Knicks. And he gets his cross in, but that's cleared by Kutrumbis. This is Payne. Now Devlin back to Payne, and he's put it out to McGarry again on the left, and he is offside. Well, 4 minutes of added time. Now McGarry playing it out to the right. That's, well, Mutton easily intercepted that ball, and he's given it away. This is Davila. This is Shermetti to Payne. There's still time left for Wellington to get an equaliser. Now Shermetti to Payne. Payne first time cross, but that's hit one of the Jets. And there's another dumb corner. Unfortunately, you see quite a few of those in Football Manager 21. But anyway, we've got to live with it. Davila with the corner, and that's cleared by Topo Stanley. Davila can send it back in. And he squares it to Sporanovic. This is Sutton. Oh, I thought that was going to beat Duncan, but he got down and held it well. Well, I think that this might be Wellington's last chance to get an equaliser, but Miller can run this down the field. You can even try and slip it through to Petratos. And there it is. The Jets come away with I think a well-deserved 1-0 victory over the Ditch in Wellington. And as you can see from the match stats, 8 shots apiece. We certainly had better XG. They had more possession. They had more corners, 8 corners to 3. But and the ratings, average ratings, were fairly close together. But I think overall the Jets were the better side. And I'll agree with Jerry Payton for a third time today. I think that was a very good win. And in the other game, Western United beat Sydney FC 3-1. So Newcastle Jets on top of the table on 39 points, three ahead of Wellington, and Melbourne in third position with a game in hand on 30 points. Training schedule, I think I'll look at that. Yes, Stamatolopoulos, yes, look, I would not... I think it was a bad tackle. Consider peeling. Tuesday, okay. Okay, we'll appeal. Let's see what happens. Just see if it's overturned. I don't think it will be, but we'll have a punt. And there's the Newcastle Jets edge tight Wellington Phoenix contest. And Patrick Kaznorbo was at the game checking up on the loney Rami Nazarene. Well, that's it for today. Another 1-0 victory for the Newcastle Jets. And let's see let's have a look at the schedule. What's going to happen? I think we got. What I'm going to do, we'll play 4 more games off camera, and we'll come back for a home game against Melbourne Victory. Considering Melbourne Victory at the moment are sitting in third position, that could be quite an interesting game. And looking at the next 4, I mean we have to play Melbourne Victory away, then Melbourne City at home, 2 difficult games, then Macarthur FC at home, and then away to Perth Glory in Perth. So not really an easy 4 games ahead of us, but we'll do our best. So that's the video for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I look forward to your company next time. This is Barry Foster saying goodbye for now.